everyone, it's Sherry Carroll with Hero Arts, here to bring you a couple ideas to make interactive cards. This is the card I'll be constructing, and I'm using an action wobble spring for the cotton candy and also a brad for the center of the pinwheel so it turns. Also on the inside of the card I've cut out a spring type paper and I've added some party hats and happy birthday and my message. To get my project started, I've kind of pre-done a few things. So I've cut a note card with the top fold, and I just cut that 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I've also pre-stamped my cotton candy, and that comes from a great basic gray Hero Arts set, and that is CL514. It's got a lot of party type birthday messages in there. I've also stamped my pinwheel, and I've also cut a piece of white cardstock, and I used my dots embossing folder on that. And then I have a black panel of cardstock, and I white embossed the It's Your Day to Celebrate, and that comes from a brand new set CL611, and it's got a lot of great birthday messages on there. I'll be using some Bow Bunny double dot pink paper for my project. I've also cut out a little strip for my pinwheel, and then I have my action wobbler. So all of these pieces are for the front of my card, and I'll show you the inside in the next segment. So to start off, I'm just going to start my assembly, and I'll use my tape runner here, and I will be putting my embossed paper onto this black panel. Next I'll be adding my little pinwheel, and I'm going to add some dots of glue onto the back of the pinwheel stick. And this is the Zig Glue Writer pen. I love this for little tiny pieces. So I just added a few dots, and now I can go ahead and press this onto my project. I want to connect my pinwheel now so that my brad can turn behind the piece of paper. So it will sit on the card like this. And to do that, what I want to do is I'm going to punch a hole, and I'm just going to use my Crop-A-Dile. And I'll use the largest hole punch from the Crop-A-Dile, and I'm going to go ahead and just punch through the stick and the layers of cardstock. So once I have that punched out, now I can go ahead and punch a hole in the center of my pinwheel, the same size. And so that will allow it to be free spinning, so it just goes right in the center. So now I want my pinwheel just to sit up a little bit, so I have a foam square here, and I've punched a circle in the middle, and I'm leaving that protective sheet on the top, you know, that keeps it from being adhesive. Let me straighten this out a little bit, because I want this to be able to spin a little bit. If I were to peel that off, then of course it would stick. So now I have a regular standard brad, and I can go ahead and just put this through the layers. The looser you do this, the more it'll spin. And just go ahead and press that down. So now I have a little turning pinwheel. I probably should have done that a little looser, but I think in time it'll probably loosen up a little bit. So now that I have this in place, I can go ahead and add my adhesive to the back of the card. And so I'll just flip this over. And I'm going to use a strong adhesive. So I'll use a couple different types in this one, but this is one of my stronger ones. And since that might be pulled a little bit, you want to make sure that brad can still turn underneath. So just go ahead and use your tape runner and go ahead and attach this panel to your note card. And this next step is really easy. I'm just going to add my adhesive to my strip that I've pre-cut, and I've also did a V-cut on the right side. So I just need to line this up. And this goes in between the black panel and the embossed paper. So that's how this is looking, and you can go ahead and turn your pinwheel however you like. So next I want to add my cotton candy, and it'll sit on my card like this. And so this is the Action Wobble spring, and it has 2 pieces of plastic with a spring in between, and it also has adhesive on there. Here's what the packaging looks like. I picked it up from my local scrapbook store, and it also on the inside it tells you which is the top and which is the bottom. So the top will go on to the cotton candy part, and the bottom will go onto the card. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off this protective sheet, and now everything will be adhesive. And get this side as well. And how I like to work with these is I'll go ahead and put my piece onto the wobbler. And you can see it's spring-loaded already. These are so fun. And then I attach it to my card. And it's a pretty strong adhesive, so be sure when you press that down, it's where you want to have it. And now here's how that wobbles. It is so cute and so fun. And it'll also sit flat for mailing. So it's a great little addition. So next I want to show you the inside of the card, and what I've done is I've used a Dynamics die cut from My Favorite Things, and it's actually like a flower type spring. And so I've just cut this out with white paper, and I've used like a 80-pound cardstock so it's good and sturdy, and it will open up on the inside of the card like so. So to get this started, I'll add adhesive to the back side, and I'm just adding just to the very center, and you want to make sure you don't get it on any other spring areas. So I'm using my strongest adhesive, and I'll go ahead and place this into the card. This is the inside, and if you notice I have the spiral at the top. This I think is the best way because you want to attach this to the bottom of the inside card. So here I am just putting my adhesive on, and I'm making sure that I don't have any adhesive on the back side, and by having my finger there I can kind of tell if there's anything that will get in the way. So now all I need to do is shut the card and press that adhesive in place, and when you open this back up it has the spring already attached inside. So now I'll get started on building the inside. So I have a little piece of washi tape here, and this is by Smash, which I absolutely love the washi tapes. And since I'm going with the pink and black type theme here, I thought the black with white polka dots was perfect. That kind of reinforces it a little bit, plus it looks better for the inside of the card. So next I'll start adding some other elements that I've pre-stamped, and I have my happy birthday here that I've white embossed on black paper. I think the black and pink combination is really cute. You could also do a brown and pink combination or brown and blue, but I seem to like to tease people for their birthdays and do some black. And so here I have my party hats, and I've just white embossed those either on the black paper and the Bo Bunny double dot paper. So these will sit on the spring like this. So next I want to put my finger behind, just like I did before, and I'll just add my adhesive and I'll roll that all to the forward so nothing will sit on the back. And now I'm going to just press my little party hat on, and that will sit in place. And next I'll add my black hat, and again I'll just make sure all that adhesive is on just the front of that spring. And now I can press my black hat in place. So now you can see how when you open that up you have a little party happening on the inside of your card. So now I will actually put the party in the card, and I will just add some adhesive where I want that. I do always like to dry fit everything so that everything will sit where I want it to before I actually put my adhesive down. So here I'm rolling that adhesive to the front and now attaching my party. So now here's how the card looks when you open it. I think this is a riot. So much fun. So you still have room to write your message, and I think it'd be really cute if you went ahead and used a pink pencil or marker to match the color scheme of your card. I also have some black buttons here that I've added black string, and I just have a little glue dot on the back side of those. And so that is my interactive card. We have a spinner, we have a bobbler, and we also have some interaction going on inside with the paper spring. So here's another look back at my finished cards with my Action Wobbler Spring and my basic gray stamps from Hero Arts, and also the spring paper cut from the My Favorite Things die cut on the inside. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on interactive cards.